Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the $20 makeup challenge. This means that I will be doing this entire look with products that cost in total $20 or less. So if you'd like to see how I did this using only $20, keep watching. Alright, so first off, this challenge did not allow me to afford face primers. So we're not going to be putting primer on today. But just to clarify, this challenge did not include any skincare or any of the tools that I'm applying these products with. So we are going to start with the Believe Beauty $5 foundation from Dollar General, and we're going to be applying that with our damp beauty blender or sponge. So tell me how you guys have been doing. What have you been doing? How have you been keeping busy during this time? I have been really, for the first week of this business, busy with actual work stuff. I mean, not obviously being at school, but entering grades and trying to figure out what all can be done online with kids and what resources we can provide. Obviously, it's interesting with choir and any of the performing arts because even with Zoom and things like that, there's just lag time on internet, and I mean, it's just not realistic to put 50 some kids together in a live video at the same time. So it's been interesting. We've had to get creative. I'm sure a lot of you with your jobs, you've had to either get creative or you are basically, I mean, I don't hear a lot of people saying these words, but you're basically laid off, which sucks. So I've obviously been doing stuff other than that in the meantime. Our $20 budget, by the way, also did not afford us any color corrector. If you want to see the way I actually would cover any breakouts, check the description down below. I did a video on that last week you might be interested in. For today, luckily this foundation is kind of like a medium coverage, so it should take care of most of that redness that I've still got going on there. Budget also did not afford us any concealer, which is okay. Don't normally use it anyway. But I'm going to do another pump over my acne to give us some more coverage, and then I'm also going to use the foundation to cover any veins or discoloration in my eyelids because we did not get eyeshadow primer. Before you guys get too worried, also by the way, some of these products I bought a few weeks ago. I was thinking about doing a dollar store video, but didn't really have enough of a full face, so I thought this would be a good way to use them. But also, I just want to kind of like shop my stash and find a way to have fun with what I already have. I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing the same thing being at home right now, so I'd encourage you to kind of challenge yourself, you know. I've been thinking about maybe doing a video too of like video of the most expensive makeup that I own, which would be kind of like the opposite end of the $20 full face, whatever, under $20 or up to $20. So let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. I did do a slight little cheat. This was only $2 because it came in Ipsy. It is the Ciate London Translucent Powder. Sorry, I tried to stay away from these little minis in these challenges, but this Believe Beauty foundation, while it does give good coverage and it does last and it is cheap, it is a bit more luminous, dewy, if you will, than I prefer a lot of my foundations to be. So I really just need a little bit of translucent powder in my life to set it all, or else I will be a sweaty, oily mess in no time. And I already have enough oil. I'm already breaking out enough as it is right now, so I would like to do everything I can to prevent that. So hopefully you guys can forgive me on this little cheat that I'm using here. From Ipsy. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil here. This is in shade medium brown. At first, I really didn't like this pencil, you guys. It's a little waxier or more emollient than I like, But I do think it makes your brows look more natural than like if you fill them in with a pomade or a powder. So I like it for that. And the fact that it comes with a spoolie is everything. You need a spoolie in your life. Guys, I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but like, so obviously like my mom and I talk about makeup sometimes. And I remember she went and helped chaperone when I took my show choir with me last spring to Memphis, Tennessee. And we shared a hotel room on the trip. And I kid you not, she's doing her makeup one morning and I literally caught her doing her eyebrows. But she didn't have a spoolie. I don't even know if she knew the name for it at the time. Maybe she did. Sorry, Mom, if I'm not giving you enough credit and you're watching this. But I kid you not, I was looking up from whatever I was doing to get ready. And she legit had a toothbrush that she was combing her eyebrows with a toothbrush. So we did away with that habit rather quickly. I mean, I guess it works if you're in a pinch and you need it, but a spoolie is not expensive, you guys. You can get one and replace that habit. But this is also the same mom who, like, my brother's girlfriend, she is the manager of a Sally Beauty store. She knows a lot about hair. And I didn't know my mom was doing this, but she told me she caught my mom in her bathroom. She didn't have anything to put her hot iron and straightener on when they were still hot, and obviously she didn't want to just put it on the countertop. So instead of getting one of those like casings where you can put the tool in, or like the actual mats you can fold it up in while it's still hot and it's fine, she literally had like an oven, I mean not a pot holder like you stick your hand in, but you know, like the squares that you put hot food on, or like a pot holder that you hold hot handles with. She literally had one of those on her sink and was using that so that she could put her hot tools on the hot pad. So I'm pretty sure she got her, she being Jenny, my brother's girlfriend, got her something to remedy that situation as well. So I swear this is not meant to be a roasting my mom video, but it slightly turned into that for a minute. So back to the look here. I'm just brushing that product through the brows. Normally after this to set it, I would use brow gel, but again, we do not have the money for that. We are on a $20 tight budget, sis. And luckily this formula is kind of waxy and emollient, but I don't normally really care for that, but in the sense that we don't have any brow gel to set these with, it actually might work in our favor. So next we're gonna contour. And by the way, I don't think I told you guys earlier, for my loose setting powder, I used a JS2 brush, and it's a NYX sponge that I was using. I think that's the only stuff I've used so far. Sorry, I know you guys will correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Next, I'm going in with the BH Cosmetics 2 brush. And I'm going in with my LA Colors bronzer. This is in shade Glowing. This is one of my Project Pan items, and you guys can see I've definitely hit pan on this. I'm trying to use it completely up. I have used completely one of the two blushes on my list, and I am almost done. Have almost completely finished the other blush. Those were kind of like give me items, meaning they were easy. I knew I'd be able to do it because they were tiny little sample items and not full size ones. But I'm working on the full size ones, making progress, and I've also completely used up one of my setting sprays from that list. In case you're wondering, I'll leave that info below where I share with you guys those items if you're interested in what I'm working on panning right now. Right now I'm just doing a little bit of nose contour, same bronzer. This is a Morphe E62. Remember, when you contour too, don't just do the side of the nose. You need to connect it up from your eyebrow in this little space right here. It'll just help it look a little more cohesive and put it all together. And then I put any extra on my nose. And I don't know if this next step actually does anything, guys, but I'm sure a lot of you that watch makeup videos have seen the Tati Westbrook and Scott Barnes tutorials, and he contours a little under the lower lip. I think it's just supposed to give it more of a three-dimensional effect and make it stick out more. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I've been doing it. I kind of like it. It's fine. So do with that what you will. I know that's real expert advice. It's fine. Maybe it does something. Go ahead and try it. Makes me sound great. Next, I'm going to go in with the Luxie 504 large angle brush. So keeping track of money, so far we've got the $5 Believe Beauty, $2 translucent powder. The retractable pencil is $3, so that is $10 right there. We're halfway through our budget. We had to go kind of like Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever, cheapy for a lot of the rest of it so we could make it. So the LA bronzers is $1 at Dollar Tree, and we're about to go in with blush from LA Colors, and that was also $1 from Dollar Tree. I'm curious to see if this is actually going to have any pigment in it. It's shade Toast. It might, because I mean, I think the bronzer is okay, and that is also LA Colors, but I am certainly not going in with this joke that they put in with it. I mean, this is your so-called brush that comes with it for $1, and I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, look at my blush. It's just not going to happen. So you may want to leave, if you're trying to actually shop on a budget for $20, you may want to leave some money in your budget for a brush. Oh yeah, that definitely has some pigment to it. You never know, some of the stuff you put it on and you're like, hello, where are you? But this doesn't seem to be the case. I'm just trying to go lightly because the opposite thing can always happen too, where it's like so hardly pressed that it's too pigmented and you just barely dunk in with your brush and all of a sudden you're a clown on accident, and you can't really, I mean, you can undo it, but it's harder to undo it than it is to build something a little more sheer up. I think I like this. There is a little bit of like silver. I don't know if you can see it reflecting in the pan, and some of that is on my face. So if you don't like glitters or shimmers in your blush, you may not like this one. It may not be your cup of tea, but just to let you know it does exist. Putting any excess across here just to kind of make me look a little sun-kissed. Okay, so everything else other than one item is $1 each. So we're gonna go ahead with the last expensive daddy item. This is the Makeup Revolution London Ultra Strobe Balm. I have not used this yet. This was $4. Which is still not expensive, but when you only have $20, I mean, that's, you know, a good chunk of your change right there. If you're thinking about as far as 20% right there just in strobing or highlighter. So this says illuminating strobing balm, apply with your fingers or brush to bring extra illumination. I'm thinking about going in with my sponge because it is a balm. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to take this sponge, this flat side, and dunk into that strobing balm, coat my sponge with that, and then go in on my cheekbone here. Ooh, she is strobing. Do you guys see that? I don't know, it's kind of sheer. It's got definitely a little bit of a pinky undertone to it. I don't know, I haven't used this yet. I don't use a lot of balm or cream highlighters that much. Oh, this side just looks straight up pink. Can you see that shine right there? It just looks straight up pink. It's almost like duochrome in the pan. It's not really showing up in camera too well, but it's like a metallic-y, pinky strobe. So if you want something natural, I don't think this is it, sis. Just trying to blend out the edges so it doesn't look like a harsh streak as well. Let's see if we can put a little on the nose just to make it look cohesive. I know that's a little weird being that it's pink, but listen, we gotta commit at this point. It's on our face now, right? So I put a little on my Cupid's bow and some accidentally got on my lip, and I actually think if you're trying to multi-purpose items and you're like, okay, I don't have money to buy two separate things. I need one thing to count for multiple items. I definitely think you could put this as like a lip balm on your lips, and it would be a really pretty shimmery duochrome balm for your lips, so you might try that. All right, well, that was an interesting experience. I mean, it says right on here Euphoria is the shade, so maybe that's why it's kind of like pinky different. I don't know. I like the blue highlighter from Over by Nikki Tutorials. I think I just wasn't expecting it for this look, so whatever. We're gonna do some eyeshadow now, and I have two different palettes to pick from. They were $1 each from the Dollar Tree. We'll see how the pigment is. I have no idea what the names of these are. They came in a paper and plastic container that said the name of the palettes, but unfortunately it is nowhere on the actual palette itself, so I'm sorry about that. This one has more like grays in the middle and blues on one side and neutrals on the other. This has blues also on one side, but the other is more green mint and it has neutrals in the middle. I think I'm going to go for the neutrals on this one. I can already tell I'm not probably going to like these because they are exclusively metallic shades. Every single one has shimmer in it. There's no matte colors whatsoever. And I don't typically like that. I like to just have metallic on my eyelid. Do more of a matte for the transition shades. But here we go. And again, we don't have eyeshadow primer. We just put foundation on because that's what we could afford. But it's $1, so let's see what we get. I am taking my JS6 and I'm going in with this lightest shade here just to set it, kind of test the waters, see what's what with this. And we'll see if this is one of these too, guys. Some of these you have to like almost scratch off the top layer of product to get down to the actual pigmented part underneath. Yeah, I don't like shimmers in my crease, so that's not really a great thing for me, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go in with this kind of like second to last burgundy-ish one with the same brush. See what that does on my outer lash line. I'm gonna try to push into the skin instead of swiping because I'm scared about a fallout. I've never used brand or palette before. This is from the brand Colormates. So I want to make sure I'm not screwing anything up before I barely get started. I mean, the skin looks pretty good. That Believe foundation is great for $5, honestly, from Dollar General. I would say if I had to choose between shopping at Dollar General or Dollar Tree, I would choose Dollar General 100%, both in quality and as far as the actual selection that's available. Part of the reason I did not have enough, and I told you guys I was thinking about doing a Dollar Tree video but ended up just using some stuff for this video, is they had like no selection whatsoever. I mean, there's no way I could have bought foundation. All they had was dark shades, like deeps and dark shades, so they just didn't have enough to make a full face of things. But like I said, I did pick up like the blush and some eyeshadow palettes and things like that. So I think for my lid, I'm gonna go in with the shade next to it right here. It's a little more of a browny orangish color, and I'm gonna go in with that on my Morphe M166. That translates like pretty orange on the eye. I like this brush because it's very rounded at the top, and I really think if you want to like stop it at the crease, or if you were trying to cut your crease for that matter, this is a really good brush for that. This definitely isn't something I'd reach for all the time, but if you're trying to make it work on a budget, I mean, it is getting the job done. Nothing I've done so far has made me be like, I literally could not go out in public like this. It's not that bad by any means. I guess I'm just spoiled at this point by other things that I like better. I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild transition crease brush, whatever you want to call it. No product on it, and just kind of blend out in the crease a little bit here. I can definitely still see my eye veins without any primer, which I hate, but it is what it is, people. I'm going to take this short little shader brush, it's a Morphe M508, and go in with this brown shade here on the end. Do a little bit of that under my eye. Definitely not a person that always wears eyeshadow underneath my eye and the bottom lash line, but I do think it helps to smoke it out. There's the eye with nothing underneath, and there's the eye with the brown underneath. You can see there is a difference. This one just looks a little more naked and no makeup-y. This looks a little more complete and put together to me, in my opinion. Okay, and then finally I'm going to take that same brush that I just used for under the eye. I'm going to go in with that first shade I tried to use for a transition shade. See if we can pop a little on the inner corner and brow bone. I usually do that with my highlighter, but I don't really want there to be pink with this like orangey burgundy. We're a little clashy today, but it's okay, I guess. Not very pigmented either. Like if I could choose in a minute, I would choose some of my other palettes and brands over this, just as an FYI, but it's a challenge, guys. That's why it's a challenge to do all your makeup for $20. And for $1, I mean, you can make really like anything work if you have to. You can. All right, so next we're going into the Wet n Wild Color Icon Kohl Eyeliner. This is in Simma Brown now. If you guys haven't seen my full face of Wet n Wild products, I'll leave that video linked below as well. Y'all, I know you're just sitting at home anyway, so you might as well go ahead and watch another video after this, right? All right, now this liner was 99 cents. I think it did a really good job for that. And it is actually so long. I mean, look at it. It's my entire head. It's really long. I mean, I don't know the exact number of inches, but I'd say it's at least 6 to 7 inches long, and was 99 cents. If you are doing this challenge, obviously I didn't count like tax or anything in there, so if you're actually trying to buy stuff for $20, take that into account. I just took the value item, like I Google searched how much it was and did that without tax. Next I'm doing mascara, and I'm scared because I hate this mascara. I'm just being honest. I rarely use it. This is the e.l.f. Volumizing Defining Mascara. I do not think it volumizes or defines. It is awful. It's the worst mascara I've ever used. But it's $1 and it does coat your lashes and make them black. That's about all it does, but it does do that. So pray for me. The number one thing that I hate about this mascara is that it transfers very easily on top of your lid to your eyeshadow, so you do need to be very careful. I'm definitely going to go back in with at least one coat, maybe more, to try to give us a little more than we got going now, because it doesn't look like a whole lot. Alright, here's 2 coats. It's a little better. I think I'm going to go ahead and try a 3rd coat. Just trying to build it up as much as I can. I really like long luminous lashes. We're not doing falsies today, so I'm trying to get the most bang for my buck out of this $1 e.l.f. mascara. Guys, other than working from home and stuff like that, what else have you been doing? For me, I've been working some on my thesis. If you didn't know, I'm working on my master's degree through a college here in Ohio. And your thesis is kind of like your capstone, like your final thing before you finish your whole degree, so I'm so close. And then I will have my master's degree in music education, so that's definitely a busy thing that I can do. I've also just been like decorating and organizing more stuff since I haven't even been in this new house for 6 months yet. Definitely still have stuff that's not the way I want it. I've actually done a lot in this room. Actually, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but I have a whole new setup with where my camera is, and I have like an illuminated mirror now in front of me and everything. I don't know if you can tell. I guess I'll see when I edit this with the audio. But I built a whole cabinet to store all my beauty supplies in, ordered that, and have just really been trying to stay busy, because I know I'm a person that if I don't have like an itinerary or a schedule for myself, I will spiral. Mental health will go down the drain. Maybe some of you are like that too, but I have to do something to stay busy. I ended up doing about 4 coats on these lashes. I still don't know if you guys can see them. They're a little better. I'm not even going to attempt to do mascara on the lower lash line, because like I said, this is so smudgy and smeary. It doesn't flake once it dries, but it's just not good. Alright, we're almost there, guys. The last thing I'm going to put on is this CoverGirl Demi Matte lipstick in the shade Infamous. This originally was $5.92. However, it was in the clearance bin for $1. So make sure you always look at your clearance bins. This was at Walmart. I love shopping clearance bins. I'm hoping this lipstick is going to be the thing to save this look. Alright, I'm not completely done yet, but tell me you would think this would be this color. Okay, look. Here it is. It looks like this like deep berry color. And then look at it on my lips. It's pink. It's pink. Whew, I thought I was buying me a dark berry, but I guess not. I mean, it's fine, but it's not what I thought I was getting. I mean, the formula itself is very comfortable. Like I said, it says it's a demi matte. And yeah, that's all we have money for, guys, and we run out of money, so this is the look. So thank you so much today for tuning in, guys. I hope all is well with everyone. Please click subscribe. I know you're just sitting at home, so you might as well enjoy this content I'm creating for you guys. We'll see how long this goes on for. I was actually toying around with the idea of possibly going to uploading twice a week if you guys would be interested in that, just because I do have the time and this is something that's nice and fun and distracting and positive for everybody. So let me know about that. If you're new, hi, my name's Caitlin. I upload as of right now every single Sunday. Would love you to hit the subscribe button. I am trying before this whole thing is over to get to 100 subscribers, and I think I have 79 the last time I counted, so I need 21 more people to smash that subscribe button and help me out. It would mean a lot to me. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this $20 makeup challenge, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!